Myths are not stories that are untrue. Rather, they are tales that don't fit neatly into the historical record, which serve as a foundation to a culture. A young man stands on a beach in Hawaii, though in truth, not just any man, but Maui, a trickster demigod raised by the divine and here on Earth to live his best life. And what a life he's lived! Though sometimes known for being mischievous, Maui also has a deep desire to do good and to honor his family. So today, we're going to tell you about how he made the days longer, brought fire to humanity, and even created the islands themselves. Boy, we really do have a lot to thank him for, huh? Thanks so much to Ting Mobile for helping us share mythology with you as clearly as possible. Maui was the youngest of 5 sons, and his parents were Akalana, a mortal, and the goddess Hina. But out of all of the brothers, only Maui had inherited divine powers. Each day, their mother Hina labored for hours making tapa cloth out of bark and lauhala mats used for rugs and sails. However, her work never had time to dry, because back then, there was only a few hours of sunlight a day. This, of course, was due to the unruly sun, which wheeled and whirled across the sky briefly, and then left everyone in the cold darkness for what felt like an eternity. Meaning everyone suffered wearing damp clothes and sailing ships with rotting sails. After witnessing this difficulty day in and day out, Maui knew he had to help his mother, and of course the helpless humans. So, he formed a plan and approached his brothers for help. He suggested that they catch the sun in a lasso, so they could hold him back and convince him to please move more slowly. But his brothers doubted him. Surely the sun was way too hot even for a demigod to handle. But then Maui flexed his demigod muscles and flashed his demigod smile. Oh, all right. They would take a chance on him. And so, they began to twist ropes together to build a lasso to ensnare the sun. Once finished, they all walked east and hid, waiting to catch the sun by surprise where it rose. Then, as the sun peeked over the horizon, they threw the great snare. The sun struggled and flared and tried to break free, but it was all in vain. They held him down and only released him once he promised to move more slowly, giving the gods and humans more time in the sun each day. Aw, thanks, Maui. Best demigod ever. But there was more work to be done. Sure, they now had more time in the sun, which was great, but the cold nights still eventually came. And since the humans hadn't discovered fire yet, Maui would occasionally hike for miles across the corals to fetch embers from volcanic eruptions to keep them warm and light their homes. But this was exhausting and boring. Plus, he was tired of eating raw fish all the time and being cold at night himself. So desiring a hot meal, warmth, and of course to help those helpless humans, he set to work, knowing just where to start looking for a solution. For on occasion, he'd seen small plumes of smoke while out along the shore. So that day, he followed one of them to its source. And there, he found a hen, stamping out a fire and attempting to hide it. "Oh, Maui, nothing to see here," it crowed. But Maui was not convinced. So he bid the bird farewell and went and found a hiding place. Then, once she thought Maui was gone, the bird took out 2 sticks, began rubbing them together, and they began to smoke. Overcome with excitement, Maui rushed from his hiding spot and grabbed the bird, demanding she teach him how to make fire himself. But the hen was stubborn and wasn't going to give up her secret so easily. She wanted to keep that warm, fiery goodness all to herself. So, she tried to fool Maui, first telling him to rub some seaweed together, or even wet twigs, which of course didn't work. After being thoroughly frustrated by this, Maui grabbed the hen by the neck. Then, finding this, very persuasive, she finally gave him the secret: to rub a dry stick onto bark and tree fiber until a flame appears. Oh man! Maui was super stoked to have found the secret of fire, but also a little grumpy at the hen, for attempting to trick him. So, after she taught him all she knew, he decided that the perfect punishment for her for stringing him along so much was to burn a crest into her head, which of course is why hens have red crests today. Then his work and revenge done, he went home and presented fire to the people for all to enjoy. Achievement unlocked. Thanks, Maui. Best hero ever. But while Maui was great at a ton of things, and I mean a ton of things, one thing he could never really get the hang of was fishing. In fact, his brothers always made fun of him for it, and Maui hated being made fun of. Oh, he wanted to get back at his brothers, and get as good at fishing as they were, of course. Then he remembered something. His family had an ancient heirloom, a magical fishing hook made from the bones of his ancestors. And because of his demigod powers, he and he alone was able to handle it. Ha! Perfect! He was sure to catch something amazing now. But then the next time his brothers all went fishing, they still wouldn't even let him on their boat and sailed away without him, leaving a sad Maui on the shore. Then, when they came back from their fun family fishing trip together, they proudly displayed their catch, a massive shark. But Maui, now doubly angry of course, pretended to be unimpressed, saying that if they had taken him with them, he could have shown them a much better fishing spot, and they would have caught much more than just that puny thing. So tiny. So, eager to prove their younger brother wrong and laugh at his puny catches yet again, the next time they went out, they actually took Maui with them. Once they arrived at Maui's fishing spot, his brothers egged him on to show them how it was done. So Maui cast his great hook into the sea, and when he did, the ocean floor began to shake, while huge waves rocked the boat. Oh, this was the big one. Maui told his brothers to paddle. Quickly! They must stay ahead of all of the fish that were making these great waves, or they would surely never catch any. So the brothers paddled and paddled and paddled, with Maui insisting that they keep going, and definitely not look back, for if they did, the fish would be scared away, you see. So they kept at it for a long while, until one of them, truly exhausted, finally looked back. Rather than fish, Maui had hooked great islands, and they had dragged them from the bottom of the sea to the surface with his hook. So that day, Maui had gotten revenge on his teasing brothers for leaving him out, and also inadvertently greatly helped humanity by bringing to the surface more land they could live on. Thanks, Maui! Best landscaper ever! Maui can often be misconstrued as just a mischievous god that toyed with humans. But after looking at all of the wondrous and helpful things he brought us, I'm betting if we were to let him know just how thankful we were for all he did, I mean, what could he say except, "You're worth it"? Huh? Oh, come on. Okay, well, if he were going to say that, or, any other possible catchphrase he may have, we would hear him the clearest on the new and improved Ting Mobile. Now, I don't know about you, but the last time I looked at my phone bill was not a pleasant experience. Oh boy. So then, I started looking into Ting, which runs on the same nationwide LTE and 5G networks as my old provider. When I switched, I would get to keep my old number. And this is the really good part I found. I could cut my phone bill nearly in half. And look, honestly, at first, I didn't believe it either. But then our studio director and resident statistics lover, Jeff, just switched to Ting as well. And not only did he tell me it was super easy, he said he was on the phone with an actual human within around 25 seconds, which in this day and age is nuts. But he also crunched the numbers and figured out that his family would be saving around $50 a month or $600 a year for his 2 phones and data on his iPad. And that's because you can choose the plan that's right for you. With their Flex plan, you get unlimited talk and text for just $10 a month. Then only pay $5 a gig for data when you use it, which is pretty sweet actually considering how much we're around Wi-Fi. They also have their Set 5 plan for $25 that includes 5 gigs up front for if you know you're going to be on the go. And then there's my personal favorite, the unlimited talk, text, and data plan for just $45 a month, because I'm still like 40 episodes behind on Critical Role. Plus, switching is super easy. Just head to extracredits.ting.com to check your phone compatibility, create an account, and pick the plan that's right for you. And actually, using that link will also get you a $25 service credit to try Ting with no strings attached. They'll send you a SIM card you pop in your phone, you'll be saving some cash while helping support our channel, and up and running in no time. This show wouldn't be possible without legendary patrons like Ahmed Ziad Turk, Alicia Bramble, Casey Muscha, Dominic Valenciana, Gunnar Clovis, Kyle Murgatroyd, and O'Reels1.